We love hip hop.
Get a little local for a second.
Let's go.
Oh yeah.
That K-Money interview dropped.
Jeez.
It's been going kind of crazy, but there's been points that people have been going crazy on. One, the whole story at the Raptors game and stuff like that. Like, do you think that he took a W with this interview? Because he came to clear it up, but then there's still people in the comments who don't believe him.
I think it was a W to pull up to the interview.
I'm never going to say it wasn't, right?
What's the content?
But from the audience standpoint, like I'm seeing some people on Reddit and different places, Twitter, more like Reddit and Instagram, right? They're not convinced.
They're not amazed.
They're amazed, but they're not convinced. And I'm like, what does it take to convince you guys out here, bro?
We don't believe you. You need more people.
Yeah.
I don't know. I thought it was W marketing for him. He kind of took control of the narrative to an extent. One, by like having the larger reach, perhaps. I don't know if him or Top 5 have more followers, but he pulled up to the pod and he made a lot of news in that sense from a local perspective. Everyone's reposting it. People are remembering that K-Money is like an entertaining individual. Like he knows how to speak with an interviewer. He knows how to conduct himself. It seems like he's gained wisdom from serving time. You know what I'm saying? Understanding that, all these other young kids should learn from me, especially if you're doing this rap stuff. Like, seize the moment. Don't fall into the streets, Maybe don't do certain drugs, for sure. So I thought it was a good move by him. He's gonna have his haters regardless. Yeah. But he dealt with the rat allegations well. I feel like when he mentioned the thing where it's like anything that you have to do with in jail is gonna have you in their picture with like the jumpsuit and everything.
Yeah. Police on that shit, my nigga. You know what I'm trying to say? Yeah. And then they have my jail, like my police station mugshot. Like, when you've been to jail before, right? Yeah. So when you go to the station, you get in the station, they give you a mugshot. You know what I'm trying to say? That's your mugshot when you go to court and shit. When you go to jail though, when you enter the jail building, you get a jail mugshot. Yeah. That's the mugshot that's going to be on any jail paperwork, on anything that has to do with you while you're in jail, inside of that jail.
You'll have the pumpkin suit on.
You'll have the suit on, and you'll have the background with the height. Yes. You know what I'm trying to say? You'll have the actual remand center background picture on your fucking paperwork.
Yeah.
You know what I'm trying to say? That shit never had none of that. It just had the one most viral. I have a bunch of mugshots. The police have so many mugshots of me. You know what I'm trying to say?
No, you can find that on Google.
So I was like, okay, like that's kind of valid,
Yeah, because he's been going through it for a while. We've been reporting on like his ups and downs in the game, and you've heard me say over and over again, just drop. And now he's back. He signed a deal. You mentioned that in the interview.
6-figure deal.
Right?
Toronto artist.
Can he get back to where he was before? I kind of feel like I'm answering my own question because he's kind of there already.
He's there, bro. He is there. He just needs one more like mega anthem. And obviously there is a portion of the audience that will just never rock with him based on who he is. Maybe they don't rock with Casper. Maybe they don't rock with the brothers. Or maybe they don't, you know what I'm saying? Like there's endless reasons.
Yeah.
But bro, what other Toronto rappers right now can get a 6-figure deal for one album? It's not like he's locked in through a 360. This is one album. Here's, I don't know, however much, hundreds of thousands.
Yeah. And he said back catalog too.
Back catalog, he had like the rock star look, what I'm saying? The rock star attitude. So I feel like he, as a brand, he's still viable. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. And who else, man?
Mula?
Everybody's messed up right now, bro. Nobody can drop. They're either in jail, they're dealing with charges. Like, fam, as far as like that part of the scene, I'm not going to dismiss the rest of the rappers who are out there doing their thing. So calm down, okay? But the drill scene or the hardcore underground scene, ain't that much left, bro. The scene's thin out, Richard. Everybody's gone, bro. It's a ghost town.
Run that X-Files.
Bro, think about it. It's literally a ghost town from the generation that they came from. Crickets, bro. They're all gone, dog.
This is exactly what happened when I was younger watching basketball. When the LeBron Jameses, the Dwayne Wades, the Chris Bosches, as they're nearing the end of the career, you see the new superstars emerge.
Yes.
That's what and Sav and the Team East, they're about to go on like a whole tour,
yes,
across
they're
Ontario.
Yeah.
And bro, they're getting American traction. Like I go on my For You page, Americans are jamming out not only to Sav 4X, they're jamming out to remixes of Sav 4X's track by Push Keys. They're like, oh, Toronto has these like drill disses now, and it's like Push Keys on the Clippers beat, on the same beat Sav went on, you know?
Yeah.
And this is a random American. So it's like they're starting to tap into that generation because maybe they can relate to it more. But you're right, from the other generation, the one before it, K-Money, Casper, I do feel like Pressa kind of was able to like go beyond that like Toronto scene. Like he's kind of international.
But
you think he's back to being local?
Say it, Friday. Say it, Friday. Come on, dog. Say it, Friday.
Say what you need to say.
No, because I always get in trouble, man.
No, this isn't trouble. This is the truth.
That's
Say
what
it,
we're
Friday.
here for.
Bro,
Say it.
Press is not doing the same numbers
Thank you.
as he used to, bro. I'm not gonna say he fell off, okay? Because that's just like
Give me a timber.
Yeah.
my blood sugar's low for now. What are you trying to say right now? I got a birthday cake.
No,
Timber.
and salute to Press. I mess with all of them. You know what I'm saying? Those are my guys. But like, he hasn't been hot for a minute, bro. Really think about it, man. Like a lot of the squad hasn't been hot for a minute, bro.
Well, top 5 has kept them relevant to an extent.
And he is not dropping music. So the guy who's keeping them relevant is not dropping music. The guys who
Bundog dropped music recently.
Bundog dropped music. So the guy who drops the least music out of all of them has the hottest tunes. Bundog is not the rapper, man.
Mm-hmm.
He just raps really good.
Yeah,
he's good.
Yeah, he is good. He's a
You know what I'm saying?
businessman.
He's the businessman. And, it's just that you're telling me that the businessman, with all due respect, okay, because I know people are going to hear about this, but like you're telling me the guy who's not, he's like the Jim Jones of these guys, bro.
Whoa.
Who?
Yeah.
Yes, because Jim Jones wasn't never planned to be the rapper.
Rapper.
You know what I'm saying? He was always the businessman, the conciliaires to Cam and all
He was
that.
a hype man.
He was the hype man. Like
Freaky Ziggy.
so, if you were to switch it and be like Cam is Pressa, and then Jim Jones came with Ballin' and all that, and kind of surpassed Cam after, and now people kind of rate Jim's catalog even to the level even better than Cam sometimes.
Yeah.
And during the K-Money interview, I think he mentioned that camp and saying, yo, we're tired of seeing you guys do low numbers.
He didn't say any names.
He didn't, but like, I swear, wasn't it pertaining to like top 5 and them?
I don't know.
We'd have to replay that clip. But
no, we can replay, but I'm not gonna.
We're not saying nothing.
I'm not gonna put words in his brain.
Yeah.
But do you feel like that camp, like Pressa, YG, are they in a position now where they don't have to drop new music because of the success of their catalog and the success of that peak era and how people felt about them then? It's like they can still do walkthroughs, they can still do performances without having to drop new tracks based on the success of their old tracks.
Where?
Newmarket.
Because like all those things sound great in concept.
I know.
Gwillimbury.
Right? When you're an American artist,
Cornwall.
right? You can do all of those things.
Yeah.
We're not doing those things over here. Walkthroughs they're far and few in between. If they ever happen.
These guys get paid to do birthday party appearances. They're balling up by the swimming pool in front of 15-year-olds.
But that's a young little you that like it's controlled environment.
Yeah, and we're not seeing that pop up on the gram once a month.
Yeah. Seen that 2 years ago, my dude.
That's crazy that there are some rich kids who it's like, what do you want for your birthday, son? It's like, I just want Pressa and YG to show up.
Yeah. But you see how you mentioned earlier how their kids were requesting Canada Goose? Mm-hmm. That's something that like, that's stamped for life.
Yeah.
And listen, I don't think, I'm not saying that these guys fell off, but I'm saying that like the way like they were buzzing is not the same as before. And I think it's not only their fault. They went through a lot of like people pushing them back from not being able to grow to their full potential. A lot of arrest, you know what I'm saying? Whether they're accountable or not for them, they got a lot of arrest, pushbacks from like the police saying you can't perform here and all that. So it's like, I want to be the star of my country and go beyond, but I can't even, I'm getting suppressed.
I see that, but I think a bigger issue is that the sound of music has changed, and maybe when they came up, music was a specific sound that really matched their vibe. Mm-hmm. Now, as music evolves, the sound's changing, the beats are changing. Now, do you adjust as like an older artist? Are you trying to go on the Jersey beats? Are you trying to go on the drill beats?
You're the old man.
I know you saw. It's so crazy that you thought the same thing that I just thought right now. You said the older artist, and I just put a spark in my brain. Like, what? They're the older artists
They're
now?
the old man?
Kind of, bro. They've been around
That's
for what?
Unk?
Like
That's unks. That's
Tressa
some of these
and
white
YG is
jizzle
Unk?
are big unks now, fam.
Oh, don't tell me that not just them, their generation.
Yeah.
Common Gang Strong. When does Unk start? Is it past 26? Are you Unk?
bro, if I'm Unk, y'all grandfathers, bro. But I do think
whoa, nigga.
No, because you said the older artists.
they are older.
And I get what you're saying because it's facts.
It's facts.
But they're not old men. They're not even 30 yet.
No,
No,
You know
but
what I'm saying?
this
I
old
think
guy,
I am Unk.
This old guy knows in my way.
No, because music it keeps on evolving. It's a young man's thing.
Yeah.
The 17-year-olds are listening to other like 18 and 17 to 21
so certain
maybe.
Watsons right now are like, yo, why Jizzle, take a seat for a second, B.
Yeah.
You're old now. You have like 10 albums.
That's so crazy that you guys keep
Like,
on
sit down,
saying that
Unks.
word, bro.
Big Unks, sit
Old?
down first.
But they've been around for like 10 years.
That's facts too.
You're big unks.
No, fam, like
Those men are hitting 30. Right?
they have
Mhm.
old school songs to
Yeah.
some of these kids, bro.
Yeah,
so
yeah.
they are older heads, bro.
Yeah, it's like,
older
yo, we
heads.
used to listen to your music when I was young. When I was
12.
like 5, 6, 7,
Yeah.
8, 9, 10.
You're looking at him like, holy, I'm an uncle.
So when do you find out?
When do you find out when I'm little?
When you're Unk,
Yes.
Yeah, when
Or when the audience is aging you out.
look at your views and look at the style of music you're making.
Yeah.
But I will add this, like someone like Mula First, I feel like he never really fully adapted to the music evolution. He kind of stuck to like what he does. And I
Yeah.
feel like he doesn't have that pressure of making current music because it's just very on his brand.
Yeah, yeah.
But I feel like when Pressa first came out, like it was a very like refreshing new sound.
Demiana.
But once you got used to that new sound, it's like, okay, well now everything sounds like this. Are you gonna still drop music like we're in 2016?
Yeah.
Or are you gonna try to make some 2025 kind of vibe?
And you know, it's funny because we're talking about these guys and they're all relevant still, especially in our own scene.
Mhm.
But technically, this should not be because there's barely anybody left from the quote unquote SoundCloud era.
Mhm.
And that was what, 2015, 2016?
Mhm.
There's a lot of those guys came in that time,
Yeah.
and there's nobody left that's really nobody's checking for. So for us to even be having a conversation about them, and they also came from that time, they're blessed.
They're
Mhm.
blessed. They're
Because Ski Mask, Slump God, all those guys came same time as them.
Came and gone.
Killy barely gets a conversation in our show over here. And I know he's doing his thing,
He's doing this thing.
but like, bro, there was once upon a time he was nonstop talked about, like he
Yeah.
made headlines.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like, bro, game's changing, bro. Like you said, Sav and those guys are the new guys are in. Like, the man,
yo, take a seat, B.
they're unks.
And
Yo, unks, take a seat.
I feel like all the younger kids, like they actually care about what Sav or KS Bands or
Mm.
100 Band Plan or all, they care about what these guys are doing.
Yeah, yeah.
I feel like at this point, like YG, Press and them, they're like, okay, like we rate you guys for what you did before, but like Sav and them, those are our guys. Like we can relate.
Yeah.
We're closer to them in age. That's our generation.
And K Money, like to bring it full circle with K Money, he's still young because remember he got locked up when he was like 18.
Yeah.
Mm.
Right? And so like he came home now, he's still in the younger part of his 20s.
Yeah.
So he can still slide through as not a new guy, but like not an older head at this point.
Yeah.
Which is still crazy for me to be calling them man's older heads when I'm the old head.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
How old is K Money? Like he must be like 25 max,
Max.
right? Because he was 17 when Come Outside came out,
Yeah, so
right?
he's like-
And when was that?
He's like 23 now, 24.
No, maybe if he was 17, about like
He
what,
was
8
17
years
when
ago?
K Money came out. When Come Outside came out. He went away back in 2018, and he was 18 at the time.
He's 26.
Yeah, he's
He's
about
26.
well, actually,
He's 26 because
yeah, 25,
Casper
26.
about almost 30.
Casper might be 30.
He's 30.
Yo, fam, you know, and listen,
So he unks too. right
man,
now.
them, relax. We're all older.
Yeah.
This is just something that happens.
You're gonna get older.
But like I think we're all having this realization that like, the man them are getting, they're They're the vets now.
Yeah.
Yo.
That's good.
Yo, and comment down below, what age in Toronto does unk status begin?
Please.
Oh, boy.
Let us know
Because
that.
I've
Oh,
heard 30
boy.
plus, but now I'm starting to hear 25.
Look at this Google, how trash Google is. They have K-Money's age at 25, born September in 1999, and they put Casper's picture.
Damn.
Yo, Google, you suck for that, bro.
So he's 25, right?
I said that.
I feel like these younger guys like Sav and them, they're like what, early 20s, 21, 22?
Yeah.
So it's like when they were like 14, K-Money was 17, and they saw him doing Come Outside as like, oh, like that's big, and this guy's like around our age, you know, we can relate
you're
to
a
it.
legend, fam. I used to listen to you when I was just getting into music.
Yeah.
Yo, those guys are probably, they don't even want to hear that right now. Like, they'll thank you, but like they go home and be like, yo, fam, they're looking in the mirror. Yo, am I getting old still?
No, man.
Yo, two tools, you turn around, you're 44.
Yeah.
I
Is
think-
that a gray?
I'm going bald right here, you know.
Oh,
But
man.
I think it is reminiscent of the fact that everyone in LeBron James like draft class is kind of gone, but LeBron is still there, but he got in when he was in high school.
Yes.
LeBron got drafted in high school. So it's almost like K-Money got drafted into the rap game in high school. And
yeah.
everyone else who was playing around the same time, they were older than him. They were normal age. So now they're old.
Yeah.
K-Money is still like, he's probably, all the youngins probably see him as like creme de la creme in terms of like status.
But like, yeah, he just got a little rough up the other day, so it's not like it's gonna really hurt his.
Nah.
No, I feel like the youngins love that stuff. Like they love the drama. They
Yeah.
love the social
no,
media
but see,
consequences
I
after.
remember a lot of people are like in the closet, dope users, right? So they're gonna act like, oh, yo, he's on a perky. He fell asleep at the game. Yo, what's up? Check his sleeves. Roll up his sleeves. Take off his socks. Let's see what he's doing. You know, that's how they're gonna move. But really, they're doing their own thing behind the scenes, right? So you're gonna see a lot of that.
They're high
like,
typing it.
Yeah, they high typing that shit, right? So like the music that he's making is for the generation that is kind of coming up. They're the ones kind of struggling with a lot of identity and a lot of like drugs,
Addiction,
right?
Yeah.
Addictions, right?
Different
So,
type of drugs.
yeah. So I understand where like he can just willingly be like, yeah, you know, came out, got some drugs, see my girl, you know?
Yeah.
Like, I can see it, I can feel it
Because
because
his fans feel it.
yeah, it's like and but the trauma behind it is what I'm feeling. Like whatever, like, you know, you're on the internet, you see people talking about your family, talking about your bro, talking about you know what I'm saying? Like to suppress some of these little feelings, bro, to continue feeling the way you need to feel.
Yeah.
Some people do choose the drug route. So
Yeah.
I could see how he's very open about it. Like, yeah, man, you know, drop 2, burn. You know.
Yeah, he was so casual about it in the interview. It's like,
Sliding,
yo,
yeah.
what'd you do when you got home? It's like, yo, you know, just got out, did some drugs, went to a hotel. And I'm like, bro, like right away, like, and he didn't stutter. He wasn't like, like, you know, he didn't even hide it. He's like,
think
you know,
like
just
my
did some
mom
drugs.
could see this one like soon. Like my mom could see
You don't
this.
care.
No, I don't care.
You don't
Mom,
care.
you know, it's part of the game, Mom. You know, doped up.
Yeah.
You know, we junkies.
And I'm not here to be anybody's pop. So
No.
anybody who's like in the comments like, yo, why didn't you say this and why didn't you say that? Why don't you say it?
Yeah, but they do.
Say it in the comments.
They do, but see, they those guys aren't caring. What they'll do is just pop another perky and just go back to doing what they do.
Yeah.
It doesn't hurt. No, it doesn't hurt them. It
Yeah.
doesn't really hurt them as long as they don't fall victim to a bad one.
Yeah.
You get
Catch
what I
a
mean?
Fenty perk.
Yeah.
But look, man, salute to K-Money, man. You know what I'm saying? Look out for that interview that's out there right now. Run it up, man. And look out for his music, man. He's about to go crazy.
We
Thanks
love
for
hip
watching.
hop.
If you enjoyed this video, please make sure to check out these other videos on the screen and make sure to like and subscribe.
We love hip hop.